Yo, brawlers, this is your man, Glass Chin, and you're watching Glass Chin's Heavyweight Boxing. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Yo, brawlers, thank you for helping the channel grow. I had a goal of 50 subscribers in the first month, as you may know. We already have smashed that with a total of 71 subscribers so far in the first 2 weeks, so I'm grateful for your support. Hopefully, the trend continues. Not much in the way of heavyweight action this weekend, so on tonight's episode, we'll be looking more in depth about the upcoming fight between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. Eddie Hearn revealed this week that the fight will be signed within the next fortnight, so touch wood that gets done and gets over the line. I'll talk about this fight in depth in a moment, and later in the episode we'll have a look at footage of Tyson Fury's most vulnerable moments. Reading comments on videos and posts, it does seem that the fans really are thinking with their hearts. It's either Anthony Joshua destroys Fury in a few rounds, or Fury will do what he did to Wilder and go in there and absolutely smash Joshua up, smash him to pieces and get the knockout in 5 rounds. So tonight we're going to look at Fury's vulnerable moments, and then on next week's episode I'll do some videos looking at when Joshua's looked vulnerable as well, so that it's unbiased and we can look at both guys' weaknesses. If you want to just jump straight to that footage, then I'll leave links for the time codes in the description. Before we have a look and break down the fight, just a quick couple of updates this week. It now looks like the Charles Martin and Deontay Wilder fight won't be happening. I'm not surprised by this. I think with Trevor Bryan winning the WBA regular title, that there's going to be a lot of guys trying to get his scalp at the moment. We've also learnt that Daniel Dubois has sacked his trainer and he'll be now working with Mark Tibbs, which I think is a great change. Mark Tibbs is a great trainer and he's done wonders for Dillian Whyte. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and his father was an amazing trainer. Derek Chisora and Joseph Parker have been going back and forth again this week, calling each other out. Eddie Hearn has talked about the fight happening, so hopefully that fight gets signed. If I was Parker, though, I wouldn't look past Junior Farr. That is a very dangerous fight that Parker could lose. You'd have to make Parker the favourite, but Farr did beat him in the amateurs a few times. Every time that Farr beat him in the amateurs, it was on a big fight, which stopped Parker going to the Olympics, etc. So the man's dangerous. He may not have beat anyone yet in the pro ranks, but he can fight, and we'll have a little in-depth look at that fight in the coming weeks, and I'll make a prediction on who I think wins and how. Another fight that is reportedly signed is the rematch between Adam Nowacki and Robert Helenius. That was a good first contest, with Helenius getting the surprise upset by knocking Nowacki out, so hopefully that fight comes off and we see the rematch. Michael Coffey seems full of confidence after his big win over Daimani Rock. He's been calling out the likes of Martin, Frank Sanchez, Gerald Washington this week. He looks like he wants to get a big fight and looks like he's willing to fight anybody. So props to him. Hopefully we see more of him in the upcoming months, because I was really impressed with his win over Daimani Rock. Good luck to the man. You may have seen my video earlier in the week showing that the WBA have released their new world rankings after Trevor Bryan's win over Bermane Stiverne. Have a look at that video. The rankings are a complete joke. They have Bogdan Dinu in at number 3. I really can't understand how they've done this. Have a look at the video and see what you think of the rankings. Tyson Fury recently said in an interview that he could lose due to inactivity. Is this just mind games from the master of mind games, the Gypsy King, or is there more to it? Joshua got in a solid 9 rounds in December against Pulev. I personally feel that Fury should get a tune-up in before the big matchup. He's been in training for a long time, having a fight cancelled in December due to the Wilder lawsuit. Fury is already at his fighting weight, and the Joshua fight isn't rumoured to take place until June, so hopefully Fury doesn't burn out from overtraining. Despite claiming he may lose to inactivity, Fury has also been saying he's coming out like he did in a Wilder rematch to take Joshua out in 3 rounds. I would take both comments with a pinch of salt. Joe Joyce has stated this week that he believes it would be suicide for Fury to attack Joshua in that way. I personally think Fury should use his boxing skills for the first 6 rounds and then stick it on Joshua in the second half of the fight. If he approaches the fight in that way, then I think the fight outcome is in his favour. I believe if Fury approaches the fight in this way, then he'll stop Joshua around about the 9th or 10th round, due to Joshua gassing out and Fury getting the TKO victory. If Fury risks fighting Joshua on the front foot,
choosing to fight Joshua's style, then it may be curtains for the Gypsy King. Fury needs to be a better version of himself than the first Wilder fight. No showboating and down to business. There was many cases in the first Wilder fight where Fury made him miss, and rather than countering, taking the fight to Wilder, Fury would showboat with his hands in the air, his hands behind his back, sticking his tongue out, etc. Fury can't be wasting them opportunities against Joshua. Every time Joshua misses, Fury needs to land and let Joshua know he's up against it. He needs to move and use his awkward switch hit style. Fury needs to break Joshua's heart by letting him hit air all night, keeping him guessing. Then after 6th round, when Joshua's blowing, Fury needs to start taking centre of the ring. Pile on educated pressure. That's how Fury wins this fight in my eyes. I don't think Joshua has Wilder's power, but he punches in bunches and his combos will always be dangerous. Joshua doesn't knock you out with one shot like Wilder, but he lands 4 or 5 blows, beats you up, and then he'll take you out. There's always a chance Fury wins the first 7 or 8 rounds, but then Joshua catches him. In my eyes, Joshua can't be thinking about beating Fury on points. He needs to work on cutting the ring off, pinning Fury in the corner on the ropes and smashing him up on the inside. He needs to find a way to stop Fury holding him. Fury leaning on Wilder in the rematch definitely sapped the energy out of Wilder. Joshua has a 25-pound weight advantage on Wilder, so the effects of Fury holding may take a few more rounds to show, but Joshua has to be consistent and not fall into that trap. Joshua needs to work on throwing the uppercut when Fury ducks to his waist height. Joshua needs to work on it so hard in the gym that is second nature, so he throws it naturally without thinking. If he can get that shot down, then that drastically improves his chances of stopping Fury in the first half of the fight. Who do you think wins this fight? Let me know in the comments section. I'm being honest and open that I genuinely think Fury wins this fight, but from the way the fans are talking, it's a foregone conclusion that Fury outboxes Joshua and knocks him out on one side, and then on the other side of the fence, Joshua's fans are 100% sure that Joshua will take Fury apart and knock him out. I believe Fury wins, but in no way would it be an upset if Anthony Joshua knocked him out in 2 rounds. 3 rounds, 4 rounds, 5 rounds, who knows? This is a 50-50 fight in my eyes, but I just have the feeling that Fury takes it. But we've seen over the years that Fury can be very vulnerable and not stick to his game plan. So let's have a look at his most vulnerable moments.
Easy to get out of there, Nevin Pajkic. It's a different challenge for Tyson Fury. Barely been able to land a clean shot so far, Fury. But we know all about the power he has in those hands. Pajkic with a right hand in response to that left jab from Tyson Fury again. Pajkic looking for the big shot, but Fury catching him as he came in, and the crowd here in Manchester rises. Now they're starting to exchange. Now Fury opening up, and now he play acts again, as he loves to do. Pajkic with a swinging right hand there. Wasn't far away, that shot. Might be head down and a little blind, but Fury had better be careful here.
Yep, when Fury lets him go, they land on target, so they have to throw his punches in 2s and 3s. The big left jab works his way in, and then bang, let the big rights go and the big lefts go, but let them go in 2s and 3s. That was a dangerous right hand from Pajkic, but Fury took it well.
Couple of good left hands there from Fury as well. A little warning from the referee about punching around the back of the head. Pajkic has only knocked out 5 of his opponents. Fury, by contrast, 11. Fury, the man certainly with more power. Now that jab was so sharp against Nikolai Firtha. Looked a real weapon, but it hasn't done so far tonight. Oh, Fury is down! Fury is down for the first time in his career! Caught by Pajkic, and now it's a real crisis for Tyson Fury. He's okay to continue, but Pajkic senses that he could cause a massive upset in Manchester.
Look, what he did was he dropped his left hand
and staying on the outside using the jab and a straight right hand. That's an effective Tyson Fury.
Always a feeling about Nikolai Firtha that He's lost the big fights in both the amateurs and the pros. Likes of Travis Walker and Jason Gavin in the amateurs. Ty Fields, Nevin Pajkic as well. Fields, another big man, of course.
Yeah, Fields was the other big heavyweight he faced, and the height and reach bedeviled him in that fight, as it is tonight. Of course, Fields, while he's got other issues, one is not punching power. He has that, and of course, people saw that when he was in the prize fighter.
Fury is trying to take Firtha out here, and he's trying to send a message to Alexander Povetkin and to the world, and indeed to the other domestic heavyweight contenders.
Tyson Fury is fighting a disciplined and smart fight. Now there's Firtha landing a nice little short right hand. Firtha has a very good, tricky right hand. He has not been able to get it in over the jab of Fury because Fury's jab is coming back very well. He's not languishing with it out there. See, look how quickly Fury brings the jab back after he throws it. That's good technique.
Just quicker to the punch as well, Tyson Fury so far. Almost sends Firtha winding up there as Fury caught him. Landed together there, but better for Firtha. Whoa! Fury's in trouble here! Great moments in the fight for Firtha! Out of nowhere!
The overhand right that Chisora landed some, and that's his Achilles heel, and boy did Firtha get it in.
Has Fury's head cleared here? Still over a minute of the round to go. And Firtha can feel an upset coming on, but Fury is holding furiously. A mini crisis there certainly for Tyson Fury.
He had this moment against Chisora early in their fight, but I don't know if he was as hurt as this. Firtha, look at his corner. He better keep punching.
Here he comes again, Firtha, his corner, screaming at John Keane, the referee, to take a point off him for holding off Fury, that is, and Fury staggers back again. He's got a granite chin, Fury, but it's being tested here by Firtha. This well-seasoned professional who took the fight at 2 weeks' notice, and Fury is having a nightmare of a round here.
This is what you get in Fury fights. There's ups and there's downs.
He recovered from a terrible second against Derek Chisora. He's going to have to recover from a third here. Real catastrophic stuff for Fury there. Great round for Nikolai Firtha out. And I think we have a fight.
You sure do. And Tyson Fury knows he has a challenge in Firtha. There are a few Fury fans.
Don't exchange punches. Keep tight and keep your chin down.
This was the overhand right. Now that jab languished out there, and Firtha didn't just land the right, he came with some hooks, and then you'll see an uppercut get in here. Well, it did just after that. The Fury jab, you see, still an effective weapon, but that left hand stayed low, and Firtha was able to land the right. But I think what was more impressive was Firtha landed the...
Important, he controls it. Oh, he controls it.
Oh, look for that. Down. Cunningham has floored Fury.
That's the punch right there. Steve Cunningham was looking to land that overhand right. Hand right. Tyson Fury got too aggressive.
Over the top. Fury is down. Second time in his career. He is badly shaken.
In a lot of trouble here, Kenny.
Anything silly, don't panic, okay? Good stuff.
Look at that left hand that landed flush from Otto Wallin. Now we have to find out, Bernardo Osuna will be on this, how the commission saw that. But it is clear as day in our replay that it was a clean left hand that opened up.
To know that you can see, because the golden rule is if you say you cannot see, the the doctor is gonna stop the fight immediately to protect the fighter. Good job from Tyson Fury by acting like a fighter, even though he's cut.
By the way, the cut has worsened just in the last 20 seconds. It is far worse right now.
And Fury's doing the right thing by staying close to Wallin, so he's not getting hit by those looping left hands.
Yeah, but he got to be careful of the hair. He got to be leery of the head of Wallin because that head can just, keep that.
Did you just see that as Wallin was poking at the cup? He tried to thumb the cut. Wow. Watch what Wallin does here when they break.
Okay, if you're going to dogfight him, when you change height, step in. Don't change height and stay there for him to keep pitter-patting. Change height, step into him, smother him.
He rakes
Push
the
him, lean on
face
him.
across
Body,
the
chin,
gash
up
of
the middle.
Tyson Fury at the
Yeah?
end of the round.
You listening?
Look at this.
Don't change your height and stay there. Change your height and step in. Change your height and step in.
You could make a strong argument for an automatic point deduction just on that alone.
Just on that alone. That was a deliberate foul.
Did Wallin
Absolute
forget that Tony
deliberate
Weeks
foul.
was sitting right there?
That's terrible.
Like you can't do that.
Remain aware defensively. Do not switch off.
What?
Let's go.
Right, desperate moments there from the Gypsy King against Otto Wallin. The ref should have took a point off Wallin, but many have argued that the ref also should have stopped the fight due to the nature of the cut. What do you think, brawlers? Should the fight have been stopped? Watching that footage back, do you think that Fury is more vulnerable than his fans let on? Let me know in the comment section. Make sure to tune in tomorrow night where we take a look at Audley Harrison on Glass Chin Tuesdays episode 3.